For 25 years straight, these women held the world record for living the longest. And in one generation, poof, it was gone. These women were living to 90 plus, healthy and strong until the very end. But their daughters and granddaughters, they're not making it. They're getting sick younger, dying younger, and spending their last years in nursing homes. And here's the thing, whatever destroyed their longevity might be sitting in your kitchen right now. So in this video, I'm gonna hand you the exact blueprint, the specific compounds your body needs at a cellular level to copy the longest living women in the world. Let's go. By the way, I'm Jill Ritchie. I'm a longevity expert with a research team, and we did all the homework so you don't have to. Between the 70s and early 2000s, longevity researchers kept coming back to one place, Okinawa, Japan. These women lived longer than anyone else on earth. But here's what made them special. They weren't just living long, they were living healthy till the end. Compared to the American women, they had 88% lower risk of heart disease, 80% lower risk of breast cancer, and half the dementia. They spent 97%, almost their whole life, fully independent in their daily life. No decades of decline, no nursing homes, the permanent hospital. They were strong, active, and still having fun. So the first thing scientists thought must be genetic. Maybe they have some longevity gene the rest of us don't. And they did find something, a variant of the FOXO3 gene that's way more common in the long-lived Okinawan women. People with this one gene resist stress better, manage insulin signaling, and have less inflammation, the main hallmarks of longevity. But here's where everything falls apart. By 2020, the younger generation of Okinawans, same families, same FOXO3 genes, but they're not living as long. They're getting fat, they're getting heart disease, they're getting diabetes, same genes, dying younger. What changed? After World War II, the US occupied Okinawa from 1945 until 1972. American GIs started handing out chocolate bars, spam, canned corned beef, sausages, and white bread. You get the idea. For Okinawans, this was a whole new world. Fast forward to the 70s and beyond. McDonald's opened, then KFC, then A&W. A generation raised on burgers, fried chicken, and pizza became Japan's heaviest and sickest. We all know processed foods and fast foods are bad for you, right? I mean, duh. But no one's explaining what's happening on a cellular level. Here's what's really going on inside your body. It all starts with oxidative stress. That's when your cells get bombarded with free radicals. It's like rust forming inside your body. Your DNA is getting damaged. Your mitochondria, the energy factories in your cells, they start breaking down. Inflammation indicators like C-reactive protein goes up. Your blood vessels get inflamed. Your immune system stays chronically activated, which accelerates aging. You get insulin resistance. Your cells stop responding to insulin properly. So your blood sugar stays elevated, which triggers more inflammation, more oxidative damage. It's a vicious cycle and a full-on attack. But there's a flip side to this story, and I'm talking about another region in Japan called Nagano. In the 70s, they had the highest stroke rates in the world. So while Okinawans were living the longest, women in Nagano were dying young, but they decided to do something about it. They got a massive public health campaign promoting healthier eating and encouraging exercise. And by the 2010s, Nagano became Japan's new #1 longest living region. In one generation, they went from worst to best, and so can you. I'm gonna show you exactly what they did. And if you're wondering where you are with your longevity right now, take my 100% free longevity test. You can get your free custom report. It's my gift to you below. The longevity generation of Okinawans, the ones who lived to 90 plus, were eating foods every single day that most of us don't eat at all. And it's not just what they ate, it's why it worked. The specific compounds in these foods and what they do on a cellular level. But you don't have to do it exactly the same. I'll tell you the loopholes to do it on easy mode. The first thing they ate were purple sweet potatoes, making up 69% of the daily calories. They got lucky. That's what grew there, so that's what they ate. Turns out, who knew? They stumbled on one of the most powerful longevity compounds on the planet. Here's what scientists discovered. The purple pigment in these potatoes, anthocyanins, does something remarkable in your body. They trigger autophagy, your cell's self-cleaning system, reduce inflammation markers, and fight oxidative damage, that bad resting in your body we talked about earlier, with incredibly strong antioxidant power. And the best part? You don't have to eat purple sweet potatoes, unless you can find them and you like them. It's just the color that matters. So the easy hack? You can eat foods like berries, red cabbage, cherries, red grapes. Look for purple. But that's just the tip of the iceberg, because there's another, even more powerful compound you need to know about. This study followed over 3,000 adults for 20 years and measured over 100 blood markers. They wanted to know which molecules were most associated with longevity. The one that beat all 99 others as the strongest predictor of longevity, ergothioneine. Here's what it actually is. Ergothioneine is a compound your body cannot make on its own. You can't get it from food, and your body wants it so badly that you have a built-in transporter protein designed to pull it in from your food and deliver it to your tissues. In fact, when you deprive human cells of it, they experience much faster DNA damage and die faster. Johns Hopkins researchers said it may be the new vitamin. And get this, blood ergothioneine levels go down after 60. So where do you get it? You get it from mushrooms. And the cool thing is, you can get it from any kind. Shiitake, cremini, portobello, even the regular old white ones you buy at the grocery store. Okinawans ate them almost daily. In miso soup, stir fries, they were getting this longevity compound without even knowing it. For an easy hack, there are so many mushroom seasonings, drinks, even supplements, so find a way. But there's something else they were eating that contains two compounds you literally cannot get anywhere else on Earth. And these compounds have been shown to extend lifespan in multiple studies. Okinawan ladies ate seaweed all the time. In a controlled trial, adults with high blood pressure eating seaweed dropped their systolic blood pressure 10 points. No medication, just seaweed. What these seaweed compounds do: lower blood pressure, support thyroid function through iodine. Your thyroid needs iodine to produce hormones that regulate your metabolism, and boost immune function. In a study with elderly nursing home residents, average age 87, those who took seaweed extract had higher antibody responses to the flu vaccine and maintained their natural killer cell activity, while the placebo group, the ones that didn't get it, got sicker. You can buy seaweed sheets and use them for wraps at home, or get seaweed shakers online to put on your food, or my hack, choose sushi when you eat out or pick some up pre-packed. But there's something else that Okinawans consume daily that cut their infection rates by 1/3, and the compound responsible for this has been tested in thousands of people. In meta-analysis, a study of studies with over 5,000 people, this compound cut flu infections by 30%. Plus, it worked on healthcare workers during the flu season. The ones taking this compound had just a 4% infection rate compared to 13% in the placebo group. And this compound is catechins, specifically EGCG. The EGCG reduces viral infections and upregulates your immune responses. Amazingly, it comes from green tea. Green tea is powerful for immune function. You get it from hot tea, matcha, or cold tea, but I don't really like it. My hack: I take an EGCG supplement. Okay, there's one more food they ate daily that have been shown in over 30 clinical trials to lower blood sugar, blood pressure, and cholesterol. And this one you probably already have in your kitchen. In meta-analysis, again, the study of studies, garlic lowered total cholesterol by 17 points, LDL by 10 points, fasting blood sugar by 11 points, blood pressure by 7/5 points, which makes a real difference when it comes to dying early. Garlic even stopped further buildup in people with plaques in their artery. Okinawan ladies always use it in their cooking. Use garlic when you cook. Make sure it's in your seasonings, or take a supplement every day for an easy immunity hack. Okay, so here's your homework. I want you to focus on adding these foods. Don't think about what you need to remove. When you add the good stuff, your body naturally crowds out the junk because you're full and satisfied. It's a win-win. Next time you go shopping, keep an eye out for mushrooms, anything purple, green tea, or matcha, if you like matcha, and garlic. And have some sushi when you can. Here's how I think about it now. I'm 60, and if I live till 90, that's 30 more years. When I think about how much living I did from 30 to 60, I raised my kids, I built a career, I traveled, I lived most of my life. I don't want to spend the next 30 years being sick and having chronic illness. I don't want a heart attack in my 70s or dementia in my 80s. I want to have as much fun as possible. What about you? And I'm telling you this because the research is clear. It's not genetic, and it's never too late. But if you want to live to 90 and beyond, you're going to have to figure out how not to die before 85, because I can almost guarantee you're making the hidden mistakes like I did every day that are hurting your longevity without even knowing it. So watch my next video, because your health is the ultimate luxury.